Long before Samsung introduced the Infinity Display and way before Apple gave us the Notch, there was one phone that truly defied the laws of smartphone design back in 2014. This is the Sharp Aquos Crystal 305SH. Looking at it today in 2026, it still looks like a device sent from the future. When this phone was released, the mobile world was dominated by massive top and bottom bezels. Phones like the iPhone 6 and the Galaxy S5 felt ancient at the moment Sharp dropped this masterpiece. Sharp managed to completely eliminate the top and side bezels, creating a true edge-to-edge viewing experience on a 5-inch display. If you look at the top of the phone, you will notice something weird is missing. There is no traditional earpiece speaker. Instead, Sharps use a revolutionary technology called direct wave receiver. It turns the entire glass screen into a speaker by vibrating the display directly against your ear. And because there was no room at the top, the 1.2 megapixel front-facing camera had to be moved down to the bottom chin. It means every time you want to take a selfie, the phone forces you to rotate it upside down just to get a normal angle. The design was daring, it was quirky, and it absolutely turned heads. Let's flip the phone over and talk about the build quality. While the front looks like $1,000,000, the back is a gently reminder that this was actually a budget to mid-range device. It is made entirely of a lightweight plastic with a dimpled pattern that feels very reminiscent of the Galaxy S5 era. It's not premium, but it provides a solid grip. Under the hood, Sharp 305SH is powered by a quad-core Snapdragon 400 processor clocked at 1.2 GHz, paired with 1.5 gigs of RAM and 8 gigs of internal storage. Back in 2014, these were the modest specs meant for the daily scrolling, like gaming and casual use. The display itself is a 5-inch 720p panel which doesn't sound impressive on paper, but because the glass uses a unique tapered edge that act like a prism, the bezels look even thinner than they actually are. It creates an optical illusion that makes the content feel like it's floating right in your hand. But of course, the real question for any retro tech enthusiast is, can this beautiful relic still handle the modern digital landscape? This phone runs on Android 4.4.2 KitKat, which means the Google Play Store is completely dead. To get any software running, we have to manually sideload older APKs. Let's start the test with Telegram X. I loaded an older lightweight version of the APK, and to my surprise, the app actually launches. It takes a solid 5 to 10 seconds to load the message threads, but once it connects, it's surprisingly usable. Reading text works fine and sending messages goes through instantly. However, if you enter channels with heavy photos, stickers, or video, the 1.5 gigs of RAM immediately struggles, and you will experience noticeable lagging. Next up is Facebook Lite. This is where the Sharp 305SH performs the best. Because the Lite version is heavily optimized for low-end devices, the timeline scrolls smoothly. You can see updates, read comments, and check notifications without the phone freezing. It's a very decent experience if you just want a secondary distraction-free device. Finally, we tested an older version of Instagram. When the app opens and the photo feed loads, the 5-inch 720p display makes things feel cramped. The true edge-to-edge display cuts off the top and bottom of the photo slightly because of the aspect ratio. But watching the Instagram feed float on a bezel-less screen from 2014 is still a highly satisfying visual experience. As much as I love the design of the Sharp 305SH, using it today comes with major everyday limitations. The battery is small 2040 mAh unit, which drains pretty quickly if you force it to connect to modern networks. The rear 8 megapixel camera is incredibly slow by today's standards, and the image quality in low light is practically unusable. Furthermore, the lack of modern security protocols on Android 4.4 means you shouldn't use this device for anything sensitive like banking or primary emails. It is strictly a collector's piece or a nostalgic toy. But what a beautiful toy it is! The Sharp Aquos Crystal 305SH is a testament to an era when smartphone manufacturers weren't afraid to take risks and experiment with crazy ideas. It laid the groundwork for the modern bezel-less world we live in today. Thank you for watching this episode of Retro Relic. What do you think about this pioneer of bezel-less design? Let me know in the comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.